Thingus begin. Cameras initiate. All systems go. Blast off. Nice. Do speedrunners do that?
Yeah. I think there's, you know, like a sort of like a practice, like you could just like whatever frame they let you jump, you try to jump as soon as possible.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed that speedrunners, at least in like the Mario games, jump at every chance they get.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just starting to get interested in speedrunning, thanks to you.
Yeah.
And what I suspect is that speedrunners have the heart of a rabbit. Would you say?
What does that mean?
Like their heart is beating like all the time.
Though that one guy definitely. There's a Yoshi's Island speedrunner named Trihax who he's a bit rabbit-like. He does like this little nervous thing with his fingers, like, you know, just like do it as fast as he can.
Yes.
You got to imagine that there's a bit of adrenaline going on in these boys' hearts.
Oh man, like the physical reaction, like the way their body is reacting to the excitement of the game.
Yeah, and the like disbelief that they were able to do it.
It's like, yeah, I mean, that's what happens to an athlete. I have to admit that these people are athletes.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know why that's so hard for me.
Well, I think the first time I became aware of speedrunning, I thought it was so ridiculous that I made a parody of it. Not a speedrun specifically, but like a silly made-up challenge. I did a joke video about how I'm gonna play this whole game without touching the ground, and then just like made excuses every time I touched the ground.
That is one of my favorite videos of yours.
Yeah, you quoted sometimes.
Yeah.
That didn't count, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. And just
but
like,
since well, since then I've definitely grown to see what is so fun about these challenges. Like, there was some guy who played all of Mario 64 without, like, he did it a few times, but he did it as few times as possible. It's like as few A presses as possible, right? So like for most of the game he was just using the B button to do like jumps.
Right.
And he talked about half A presses, which means you hold down the button, but you don't let go. So for entire sections, he'd just have his finger on the button.
It's like he's playing a fucking instrument.
Well, I think the even more interesting thing about it is the like hour-long video he did explaining what he did. It's like, there's like no point to any of this, but it's like, I don't know, he still did it. He still did something that was impossible before.
I mean, it's like a man trying to engineer as precise an interaction with a machine as literally as humanly possible, because they're comparing themselves to the machines, right?
I guess so. I mean, it's you versus the machine, right?
Yeah.
You play it as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah, exactly. And you're affirming the incredible abilities of the human body by going up against the machine and reacting as precisely as humans can. But you know, and they're specifically always going for what seemed impossible, what was previously thought to be impossible for humans to achieve.
Yeah, and it's also sometimes fun to watch a computer play it, but it's more interesting that it's a human, right?
Well, the computer version of it still had to be programmed, right?
Yeah, it's still a person that played the game frame by frame.
Right.
So it's still impressive. It's still fun to watch, but it's not like human achievement. You
No.
don't see millions of the task runs coming out because, you know, there's sort of an amount of perfection. Like you can reach perfection sort of easily, sort of manageably.
Right. Right. But yeah, with a human, it's like almost impossible.
Yeah, we don't even know what humans are capable of. You know, the Olympics started like 10 million years ago and they're still breaking records.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to think about, that they're still breaking Olympic records?
Well, yeah, because every time one is set, that becomes the benchmark for human achievement. So
Yeah.
that's the one that everybody goes for. And they have not found a limit yet. It's cool. Okay, so what a great feeling this is. Someone in the chat says, "Holy crap, this stream is getting professional." Oh, that makes me feel wonderful. Thank you, because we've been trying to make it look better. We just think our opinions are made of such glistening gold that it deserves higher production values. Everyone deserves to hear this voice in the highest possible quality sound I can offer.
So this was like one of the first games that I ever played, wasn't it?
You would have been about 6 or 7.
Okay.
So it's the first game you remember playing, at least.
Yeah, well, definitely the only new game I can remember, like when this came out, I sort of remember.
Right. So what sort of visceral things come to you when you're revisiting this game?
Well, I remember playing this at one of the stores at Lake Success.
Yeah.
It was like set up in one of those shops.
Right. The mall that we have. Did we do this on the stream? Did we actually?
No, we were at a bar when we had this conversation.
We were at a bar when we mentally mapped out the layout of Lake Success Shopping Center on Long
Yeah.
Island.
So
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to do it again.
I guess not. Although, wait, did you talk about Sears on the stream?
No.
All right. Can we lay out Lake Success real quick for
Yeah,
the nice
yeah.
people? Okay, I'll try and do it fast. TAS,
It's your go.
what is a TAS?
That's TAS, tool assisted speedrun.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Did you just play this or?
No.
No, okay. No, you wouldn't die this early. Oh shit, no, I want that.
All right, so all the way at the end, you have Deli King.
You have Deli King, which is a kosher deli, obviously.
Yeah.
And next to Deli King is Dairy King, for when it's that kind of Jewish holiday.
Yeah,
can
you
have-
have to choose one.
Yeah, you have to choose.
You can't have dairy at the deli.
No. So there's all different kinds of foods there. But like 2 restaurants for Jewish people right next to each other. They're probably owned by the same people, right?
I assume so.
Massive deli complex. So many a holiday spent there. Then next to that, you've got like a corner trading card store where I would often get Pokemon. And then there was another trading card. It's amazing to me that there were 2 hobby stores that like the economy of the 90s would sustain 2 hobby stores right next to each other. The other one down from that one had Precious Moments dolls and Beanie Babies. And then you'd go a little further and right in the middle of the complex was JCPenney. and it was like a JCPenney that like it clearly used to be a much more impressive looking department store. It had like this lovely staircase that like went down at two ends, but like the thing it went down to was just like shitty plastic hangers and like shitty like stands in the middle of the floor that didn't fucking work, you know. Just like low quality looking store. But my mom loved going there, and she had like, you know, this residual memory of JCPenney being a really nice store, as she still does. That place was fucking boring because all they had was clothing. Like JCPenney itself sold other shit. They were like Sears, where like it was like Amazon. Like they just had everything and you could just order it online. And so it was really fucking boring to go there because the only thing they had there was clothing and the promise of other stuff.
Oh yeah, so there was like a catalog that you could get games out of, but they didn't actually have them at the store, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like how much does that suck? Like getting a video game from JCPenney would have been completely joyless because you would have to like tell your mom what game you want, and then she'd have to like call the JCPenney hotline and order it that way. Like that's not fun, like going to Toys R Us and getting it.
Holy shit. You go to Toys R Us and you find out about games that way.
Yeah, exactly. Like mom preferred to order a game out of a catalog because that would mean not going to the store to browse video games.
Yeah.
So then after JCPenney, there was
you forgot like Modell's and Cheap
Modell's
John's,
Sporting Goods,
which might have been the same building.
That's a right, like an Odd Job kind of place. Modell's still exists. Modell's is still a thing. At least like they have been, at least in recent years.
Okay.
That Modell's could still be there for all we know.
Maybe.
Then after all that shit, you know, a bunch of boring stores for adults, like an eyeglasses store.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
I remember a like a pet store, I think.
Yeah, I think there was a Petland discounts for the best care your pet can get.
Yeah.
If you're from New York, you know the deal. A depressing. Oh yeah. Before it was Petland, I was like, I think I hated it for some reason. If I'm remembering this right. If somebody is from Long Island and used to go here, they can challenge me on this. It used to be a store called, what was this fucking store called? Our mother loved this store. It's been gone for a long time. It was 100,000 years old. And they had 2 floors, and the first floor was like home goods, and the second floor was like miserable pets in tiny little cages that were like dead when you looked at them. And that was Petland too. Like you'd walk in and there'd be like, you know, birds screaming, and there'd be like a bunch of mice like in the corner of a cage that you'd tap it and be like, he's not moving. And everything smelled like shit and wood chips. And we loved Petland because, you know, you could go in there and look at animals. And then there was KB Toys, which, like, you know.
Got a lot of games there.
Got a lot of games there. I believe I bought the Sega Dreamcast at KB Toys.
Whoa.
I think so.
That must have been the last day for both KB Toys and the Dreamcast.
Yeah, September 9th, 1999, when it came out. After that, it closed and it became a Barnes & Noble, which is also a store that's probably not still there. They probably knocked down this entire complex by now. And next to that was Sears. Oh, Sears. The store of stores, Sears. You want it? Sears has it. Sears was everything. The Amazon before Amazon. I mean, I don't need to introduce Sears. Everybody knows about Sears, right? Nope. No, they don't know. They don't know. Some people in here are 12 years old. They've never been to Sears.
They don't have Sears anymore. Like, you know, I know it went bankrupt, but like it still exists, right?
No. it went bankrupt and it no longer exists. There was a period where it went bankrupt and there were like 3 left. There was
Okay.
one. There was one in my shitty neighborhood in Brooklyn, and no, I mean it was just like it was a shitty Sears, is what I mean. It was not like there was like a shitty retail complex with a shitty Sears.
Yeah.
And that closed like probably like 5 or 6, at least 5 or 6 years ago. It's been gone, but it held on for a long time.
Yeah, back in the day, Sears was the other place where we would get like all of our games, like N64 era. I got like Ocarina of Time there, and soon after that, I feel like when maybe around the PS2 era, they just the game section just evaporated. Like it went somewhere else, and then it got smaller, and that was gone.
Yeah. I mean, that game section at Sears was where I was introduced to many a game that would have a formative impact on me.
Yeah.
I know we're just talking about toys that we bought when we were kids here, but like, when you're a kid growing up in America, that is where poignant things in your life happen, at a massive retailer in a shitty strip mall.
Well, yeah, I mean, for adults too, like when you get an appliance, that's like 10 to 20 years of your life that you have that thing, like a washing machine or a dryer, if you bought it at Sears, which I'm sure we bought something big like that at Sears.
Definitely. Our parents made very large purchases of very important things at Sears. They trusted that company. All right. Yeah, no. Okay, so there's a suggestion from someone in the chat that there might still be a Sears or 2 left.
Yeah.
But that they're just like a showroom for like fridges and beds, and that's literally it. There's nothing else there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, even when I went last time, it didn't seem like there was like a whole reason to be there. Like, is like here's another story. Like when I was a teen, I was just like futzing with some like cameras at Sears, and I like unplugged it, and it set off the alarm, and they asked me to leave.
Yeah, you got kicked out of Sears.
I got kicked out, and I think that might have been the last time I was there. Well, maybe not, but
Wait, how old were you?
Like 13 maybe.
Okay, so not really old enough to be at the mall like totally by yourself. So like the family was there too, right?
I think Mom was in Barnes and Noble.
Okay, so you were in another store and you left and you got kicked out and you went back to Mom and you didn't tell her that.
No, I never told Mom. I never told anyone.
You never told anyone until you told me like a week ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what's so like. What is it that's so incredible about this story to me? Like because it feels like it was so poignant for you. The way you describe it, like it's something that you've been thinking about for a long time.
I mean, it's something that just like, what happened to the audio? Oh, did the stream die?
No, the stream didn't die. I think something came unplugged.
Oh, I hear it again.
I hear it again. I think it's coming back.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just going to make sure that it comes back. Yeah, we're losing. We've got the audio. We don't have the I'm just gonna restart the capture utility real quick.
Okay.
I might have to readjust the volume. Sorry in advance for that. You never know what fucked up, annoying shit is gonna happen on this stream. Alright. Just turn the volume back down again. And how are we looking? There's still nothing coming up. have lost our video. But why? That's what I want to know. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're good. Is this me?
Yeah.
I didn't want this. Oh, but I can just do this without losing a turn, right?
Maybe.
Maybe not. I think you lose a turn. Oh, no. I'm okay. You should pull up the chat, Joe, because there's people talking about Sears.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I could just click this link from this bot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the first time you eat a blue shell. Decadent. Oh, my God. Right?
So you were asking, why is this story so funny to you?
Well, I mean, it just, like, yeah, to me, it just seems like the story is poignant to you. Like you've always been a good kid, a quiet kid, right? And
No.
you don't think so? See, that's my impression of you. At least when you were little. Oops.
Yeah.
I thought you were a sweet boy when you were younger. Maybe that's why. You were a troublemaker. You got into all kinds of shit I didn't know about.
Well, look, I wasn't trying to steal that camera. I wasn't like, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I think, you know, I wasn't like a little kid, but I was, still curious about things like, what would happen if I disconnected this?
Ah, I see. All right, you were a little bit of a troublemaker.
Well, yeah, like,
a rabble rouser.
Well, yeah, like I would get in trouble for like things that I didn't mean to do, but like adults would look at me like I was suspicious and like punish me.
Oh no.
Yeah, like that's kind of how it felt, that like there like it took like 2 or 3 adult men to like assess the situation, decide that they needed to kick me out. Like
whether you were trouble or not?
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like when I was a kid, I like very absentmindedly threw a rock over my shoulder and it nearly hit the principal. And they were so mad.
Oh, fuck,
the
I
teachers
forgot about
were
that.
so mad. They thought I did it on purpose.
I fucking forgot about that.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
And I swear,
Oh, no, we believed you. We believed you.
As much as we hate that principal and would want him to die by being hit with a rock, that was not what I was trying to do. I was like 6. I wasn't looking to hurt people, and that just solidified our hatred for that guy.
Oh man,
that like if we
right.
didn't hate him before.
Man, you're right. The whole family was on your side, Joe. I remember this. We all believed you because we knew what you were like. We knew you wouldn't do that on purpose and that you would just do that because you were thinking about something else and you just did it and didn't even think about it at all and didn't see him coming because you didn't see anything.
No, he was behind me. I wasn't looking around. I was just like a first grader.
Oh my God. That principal. Rotten hell. No.
No, he's listening. He can hear
still
us.
listening. He's still monitoring us. Oh man, I don't want to act like I'm so put upon. Like I was a really annoying kid. But every once in a while, I had a teacher that did not want to deal with me.
Yeah.
And I remember those teachers not in a very flattering way. I can still like kind of piss myself off thinking about teachers who just had no fucking time for me. Like there were teachers who, were strict with me and who put me in my place like I deserved. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who just thought I was like a little fungus, And there weren't many. Most of my teachers were very caring people. But like every once in a while, I had a teacher who was just like, I can't fucking deal with you. Get the fuck out of my class. You're so fucking annoying. I can't deal with you. You've got some kind of problem and it's not my problem. Like I definitely had teachers like that.
Yeah.
And it's hard to ever forgive. It's hard to ever forgive when someone treated you like that when you were really little.
Yeah. No, I'm still pissed about The Rock. Like,
as you've got I feel like you've got a good reason to be. I mean, look, ultimately, like, if we're going to think about what it is to be an elementary school teacher or an elementary school principal,
yeah,
they really don't have time for the way that you are uniquely annoying to them. They just don't. And even the kindest, most giving of them don't really have time for it the way that maybe you would kind of assume they did because the world revolves around you when you're a child. And ultimately, look, I can't be mad at these people who are also adults just like me. If they're still alive, they might be 90 years old right now, and they did the absolute best they could. They were trying to wrangle a bunch of little monsters, and we were little monsters. We weren't just the innocent little babes we're talking about having been. So I can't be mad. I can't never forgive. But it's really a long fucking process is what I'm saying. It takes a long ass time to not like feel the sting of something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they did have the time for us. They had the time to persecute us and make us feel like shit and accuse us of doing really funny and cool crimes that we did not do at all.
Right.
Or intend to do.
If only we were doing crimes that cool.
Yeah.
We were just spacey little kids who didn't fucking pay attention to anything, who were just walking around with this song playing in our heads all day long.
But yeah, Sears, rest in peace.
Rest in power, Sears.
Yeah, power tools. Nintendo power.
Power suits. Powerade. Austin Powers on TVHS.
Power buttons on the TVs. Don't have that anymore. But yeah, no, it's been a long time since I've been there. So yeah, the whole thing could be a crater for all we know.
Yeah.
Although I don't think strip malls can die, and I also don't think Sears can die. I bet you that's still a Sears.
It's somehow still a well, our mother still somehow shops there. Like,
of course.
I made a comic about this years ago where Eve is talking to her mom about Pathmark. Her mom is just like, Eve is looking at some pastries like that her mom gave her, and she's like, "Where are these from? These are from Pathmark?" And her mom's like, "Yeah, they're from Pathmark." And Eve like asks her phone like how many Pathmarks are open, and the phone says there are no Pathmarks open. I don't know how she does it, but she's still there. My mom, our mother, is still pushing a shopping cart through JCPenney. No! No! Sorry. Sorry to scream. Sorry to be... Oh my god, I suck. I do suck. Nice.
So yeah, My memory is not so good because I was like 3, but I feel like I remember playing this at Modell's. I know that's wrong, but
Playing this at Modell's? No, they didn't have video games.
that's
at
a
Modell's.
sporting goods store,
Yeah.
but that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the same building. It was a different store.
You know, there's vaguely something to what you're talking about here.
Yeah.
There was some sort of video game component to Modell's.
Hmm.
Woolworths is the store I was thinking of.
Woolworths.
That was the one with the
Oh.
basement pet store.
Oh. Yeah, that I don't remember. So is that where we played that? On
No,
the like?
no. There were no video games at Woolworths.
Okay.
That scream wasn't loud enough. I need to shake the mic and yell. Several expletives as well to count as a Let's Play. Well, yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, how loud do Let's Players scream in general? Do they scream really loud?
I mean, yeah, a lot of the time they're screamers.
Yeah. Do they have a little pop screen like we do?
Oh, I guess so. I mean, I don't pay too much attention to what their tech is.
I'm curious because I'm I want to know what's out there.
Well, I think there's like certain requirements for speedruns. So like, your video can't look like shit. It has to be pretty clear. Other than that, I don't think you can say anything you want on a speedrun.
Okay, so then do a lot of speedrunners do their own tech, or do they have somebody in their life who really believes in them who produces their show?
I'm pretty sure they're all doing it themselves because
Yeah.
they choose when they stream, don't they?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, like I always wondered, like, how are they doing those splits? It turns out they're just like reaching over and pressing a button on their keyboard.
Ah.
So like they do have to be like, and time, and like, actually
Ah.
hit the space bar.
Okay. Wow. See, a speedrunner really needs either like a significant other or some, not a best friend, because nerds don't really hang out on the basis of friendship. They hang out on the basis of a mutual interest, right? And so a speedrunner needs someone in their life who like really believes in what they're doing. Who's like, I believe in speedrunning. I'm not a speedrunner, but I'm gonna like produce the show for the speedrunner. There must be teams like that.
Well, I guess. But like, what about when you go home?
But to an empty house?
I mean, everybody started their speedrunning journey all alone. Wouldn't you agree? It's a very
yeah.
loathsome thing to speedrun.
I mean, we are all alone. We came into this world alone.
Well, yeah, but like before streaming, before the internet, it was even lonelier because you couldn't even talk to people like they do now.
Oh, really? I mean, you
saying-
could have people over at your house.
No. Nobody's gonna watch you play this game for 20 hours. Like,
Is that how long you play?
I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes.
Some of them do, yeah. I mean, I'm constantly amazed at the hours people put into video games. I don't like. I wish like this is the night of the week that I play the most video games that I play.
Yeah.
And we play for about 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
I cannot fathom
3 hours. About.
2 to 3 is
Yeah.
what we get in.
Yeah, and we're not like focusing on any individual level or like game.
Skill building.
We're
It's
just,
just sloppy.
we're really just here. Like we've said a few times, we're not trying to get good. We don't need to be coached or anything. We're just trying to like play these games to see what we love about them, right?
I think there was really only one person who, for whatever reason, believed that we wanted to get good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, getting good at specific games is a lot of fun. It depends on the game, though. I'm
Yeah.
sure we both have our games for that.
Well, yeah, but I accomplished most of my getting good when I was young. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know that I'll ever be able to put in those kind of hours again.
right. Yeah, I played so much Mario Kart DS that now I just like accidentally beat everyone. It's like, oops, sorry. I guess I did this perfectly. When it's more fun if you're at the same skill level as everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I like to watch videos because I like to watch people of a high skill level
Yeah,
breeze through.
yeah. There's a lot of this game on Twitch. There's a lot of it's usually people playing a Kaizo hack or a Mario Maker,
Right.
which is like the same idea.
Right. It's their like official Kaizo hack.
Official Kaizo hack.
Like that's Nintendo's
Oh,
version of it, right?
well, it's yeah. I mean, they don't make the levels though. You make the levels.
Did you see that there was like a massive Xbox leak this week? Did you see that?
No.
We will play Mystic Quest pretty soon. We'll switch it up soon. Sorry guys. Sorry to those who are here for Mystic Quest. We're gonna get to the main attraction in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Did you see the yeah, there was a leak. I don't have all the information here. All right, I'll do one more so that
Well, speaking of leak, when we beat this world, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh my god. Joe, everyone. You can go right ahead. I'll hold it down.
Yeah, it's just like the switching back and forth. I'll wait till we're finished with
Gotcha.
this.
All right.
So something they always do, something that's even hard for speedrunners is jumping off of that.
Oh.
It's like a very precise trick.
Oh, so that you don't waste any time?
No, it doesn't save any time. It's just like, hey, when it happens.
Oh, I see. Well, like a Mario, yeah. When a Mario, in like Super Mario Brothers, when he jumps to the flag, he just goes like onto the bottom of it, right?
Yeah. In that one speedrun,
Yeah.
the new one. Yeah, I've never seen that before. He skips the flagpole going down. And it saves like, I don't know, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. I don't know. It seems like a lot of seconds.
Seems like.
It might only save like 1 second, but that's a lot still.
Oh, someone in the chat was saying that they know somebody who uses a foot pedal for splits.
Ah, yeah. I was wondering if they use their feet. That seems like a good way to do it if you really can't take your hand off the thing. Damn it. But yeah, what about the Xbox leak? What did you hear?
Oh, so there's like a bunch of stuff about like design for like the next Xbox, which I don't care about at all. But there was a component of this that was like there's like private emails between people at Microsoft, and one of these like higher up guys, I don't fucking know who, had it in his head that like maybe Microsoft could buy Nintendo. And he was just kind of like throwing that idea around. And I don't know anything about this, honestly. I honestly don't know anything about it except that it sounds like a real misunderstanding of like who their competition is.
Yeah.
That they'd just be like some tech company that they could absorb, and that they don't have any like identity of their own. I don't know. I guess none of that shit matters if Nintendo runs out of money somehow, but they seem okay.
Yeah, I think Nintendo is. I think they've got this right. They're not dead yet. They're
No.
not. They're not even close. Like they still make things that do well.
Yeah.
They made that movie that made $1 billion. They even released those like little Game and Watch things that you guys have.
Uh-huh.
Like those are cool. They're always making new consoles, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean they've got a new Switch that is already being developed on.
Yeah.
Like people have received a developer kit for like the new Switch. I don't know. Like I have no idea. But I guess I like that Nintendo exists, so I want to believe that they are holding their own in the industry. Because if Nintendo didn't exist, I would feel like video games are all like Mountain Dew green and gray and like, you know, they all just fucking look the same to me on the other consoles.
Yeah.
Nintendo is the only thing that brings like color and enjoyment to my idea of video games.
Yeah. No, I mean, you ever see anyone else try to do Nintendo? It's like, like people trying to make like their own version of a kart racing game.
No. No, I've never seen that because why would I care to why would I seek that out?
Yeah.
Like anybody attempting to do that when I can just go back and revisit these for the rest of my life.
Yeah, the real thing.
Yeah. They don't even need to make any new games. I would still just do this for forever, and I would never play all of it. I suppose I just love Nintendo. I suppose I'm just a big old fucking fan of Nintendo. Let's play the new game. Our new game. Our featured video game, Final Fantasy.
We have to
Mystic
beat
Quest.
this world first.
Oh, you're still waiting to go to the bathroom.
I'm waiting for you to. Yeah, I need to pee.
Oh my
I
god,
need you to
I'm
beat
so
the next
sorry.
level.
Oh my god, Joe, you gotta do the shut up on me.
Yeah, all right. I got the.
I'm just talking about how I like that Nintendo makes stupid little baby games for me to enjoy, and you're sitting there holding in your pee this entire time.
No, I'm listening. This is all important shit.
I just feel bad that I just feel bad, okay?
Shut up!
What was that?
Oh, well, I was just...
Okay, but Nintendo games aren't just for babies. They're pretty good. Like, this is a real game. There's a lot of skill involved in this game.
Oh, yeah.
It's just accessible to anybody, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course this game's not for babies. This game's for everyone.
Yeah, and like, these guys who've played this game so much that, it's hard to get any more enjoyment out of this game, but there's so many hacks of it that make it so you can play it like it's new again.
They've found a way to keep enjoying it more.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is. It's great. Like, I know I do. I like watching them. I like watching Grand Pooh Bear. He plays like a game called Grand Pooh World, which is like a game made just for him.
Uh-huh.
And like, I think it's crazy watching him play and thinking like, how is he enjoying this? This is so awful. These games are sadistic.
It's
but
torture.
like, it's what he wants. It's what he likes.
That's what he likes. Oh my god, I play like a demo player.
But like, there's a lot to Nintendo stuff, you know, partly that they're friendly and cute and for babies, but also because they're like an ancient Japanese company that has like all this like mysticism behind everything they do. It's like you look at these games about Italian plumbers, but there's like Japanese lore, like references like from like mythology in there. It's like there's really something to it, you know, no matter how simple it is. You know, these games would never be gray or green because it's all about like this, you know, very colorful world. I remember loving these like turnip things, just like how they're all different
Icons.
colors.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's ancient and lasting beauty in these games.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, and it's like
nice.
it's something very special that, like, you know, they didn't literally invent video games, but they kind of invented good video
Good
games.
Video games being good, yes.
Yeah, sort of. Because didn't video games, like, they sucked? And that was the whole thing when Nintendo started making the NES. It's like, well, you know, video games are over, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were a fad, and everyone hates them now. They're garbage. They're literally buried in a giant landfill. You're not going to make any money. And then it's like, well, these guys made money. I guess we should all copy them now.
Right. And
Make
nobody
terrible versions of their characters.
make terrible, yeah, and like that are more for boys and that are more for big boys.
Yeah,
And
like Sonic.
yeah. Sonic was the start of that, right? And like
Yeah.
just like that requires so much more sophisticated skill with every volume. And like I understand that that's like inevitable, that like we can't every game just can't be like starting at square one. You need to make progress. Like this is an art form, and people are going to do different things with it than make games that are like basically like Disney movies, you know?
Yeah.
They're just like beautiful little pieces of pop that everybody can enjoy. So, you know, obviously a lot of very interesting games are being made beyond the Nintendo console.
Yeah.
But a lot of games that could never fucking kiss the hem of Nintendo's garment are being made, you know, just like you fucking think you know how to make a video game? Like, please. Leave it to the masters if you're gonna make shit like that. That's what you do with it? That's what you do with all that money? Shit sucks.
Yeah, like, look at Sonic. Like, I'm not saying there were no good Sonic games, but like in recent decades, compare Mario to Sonic. Mario's still got something going. Well, Sonic is just barely surviving.
Yeah. Yeah. I think people like Sonic because it's like the Mets versus the Yankees. Sonic is an underdog game character. I get why people love Sonic so much, but let's be real. Like, how many of those games are actually good?
Oh, man.
Like point 0.3?
How many 3D Sonics are good? I feel like
I
the
like
first
Sonic
Adventure was good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about beyond that, because they're all just trying to be that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all just trying to be that. Oh.
You know, Mario Odyssey is the most recent one, and it's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, no, you sold me on Mario Odyssey, for sure.
Oh, yeah. We were not recording that, but Meredith had like an intense reaction to Mario Odyssey, thinking that the like festival level in New Dog City was really cool.
That was incredible. Like Mario's girlfriend in the city.
Yeah.
Like he really did go on an odyssey.
Yeah, you told me that I have to read the Odyssey, which I'll have to do that still.
Oh man, I would love to hear your take on the Odyssey. Having played Super Mario Odyssey first, and then going back to read the Odyssey. Oh, what's up, guys? It's just me and you in the chat. Have we considered playing Undertale? Well, all right. The problem with RPGs in general is that, like, unless they're very, very mindless, we're just not going to be able to focus on them on the stream. You know, we're going to be like, did I mess something up again? Sorry if I did. How's that look? I'm glitching. What about now? Am I better now? If we play something that's not mindless, then better. Okay, I'm still glitching this a little bit maybe. Yeah, we're just not going to pay attention. So like, I don't feel like we would actually do any justice to Undertale or any game where there's like a whole lot of story and character to absorb from it. I just don't. The way that Joe and I get into it, the topics that we get into it about are just like they stray from the game itself so frequently that I think it would be kind of maddening to try and play Undertale or any sort of RPG that we're not very familiar with, you know. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the deal with the camera. I'm gonna restart my camera while Joe's not here. Why not, right? What's going on? I'm okay in here. Let's see if it's any better. What will we play soon though? We've got a few on the docket right now. Sorry. We've got a few on the docket right now. Maybe we'll get to some of them today, but I think I probably will play Dragon Warrior at some point soon. I just started carving away at that one again myself. And that one's definitely a very mindless RPG. I think we can hack it. All right. Would you do the honors? I think it might still be out.
Save.
Oh my god, yes. I gotta get to a point and save. Yeah, I would love to play more Star Fox at some point. That'd be fun.
Oh, sure, yeah. Never did beat it.
Nope. Nope. A lot of chat randos show up when you do Undertale anyway, so yeah, we wouldn't have a lot of fun playing that, I don't think. I'd like to take a bite out of that at some point in my, you know, non-streaming video game escapades, but you know.
Oh
you know
yeah,
a lot of books I'd like to read too.
We are not for the most part, we're not really doing RPGs. Because there's just too much to read. We're not gonna play anything blind.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna play anything blind. Oh, there's other people on here. Well,
Dumpus.
Dumpus.
Wow.
Oh, is that you?
That was me. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Not that long ago, I guess.
And the other one is Jam.
I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't do Dumpus. Maybe someone else did.
I think that's probably you.
It's gotta be me. But who the hell is Jam?
I don't know.
I think you have to click new game for it to let you do that. Yeah. I would maybe recommend that you play Undertale, but I would do it offline, like
Yeah.
completely disconnected.
Yeah.
You don't want people, well, I personally didn't really want anyone like seeing my reactions to anything. You know, it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to like have a you get to be intimate with the art. Like it's just
It
for
is
you.
like that,
Yeah.
that game. It's a bit intimate. It's a bit personal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I figured.
It does have fun gameplay, but there's just too much reading. We're not going to get anything out of it.
Right.
This, we don't give a shit.
We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a
about
shit.
this.
We don't know what any of this means. Never did.
I like the UI though.
Oh yeah. So what game would you say this is stylistically closest to in the like main series?
Final Fantasy V.
Okay.
Yeah. Or 4. Somewhere in between.
Yeah. The characters look a bit like that.
This came before Pokemon. He does that little shrug so much. It's like, my village is gone. What happened? He's like wearing armor. Shrug.
So, this game is like an easier Final Fantasy,
It's very easy. It's very for babies.
but it's great. They made it to introduce people to the series, and it fucking worked exactly as they wanted. For us, we were drawn into the series through this game.
Yeah. I'm supposed to do this. I don't have the axe.
I think I know what you're supposed to do. Do you want me to tell you?
I didn't pay close enough attention.
No, I remember losing my mind over this. It's really stupid. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
You have to jump over that guy.
What? That's stupid. That's stupid, guys. It's just dumb. There's like a little jumping tutorial there.
Yeah, but they don't really tell you what to do.
No, not at all. Why don't you just jump over me and help me with this? I love that talk and sword are the same button. Turned into an old man. Yeah, man, that's how it goes. That's what fucking happens. Welcome to life. I'm really just yeah, no, same here, lady.
Yeah, there's not too much to these like interactions. It's just like, oh hey, I'll join you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a tree in the forest. Okay. All right, well, yeah, let's just tell me your life story, lady. Oops.
Oh yeah, this game lets you save anywhere you want.
Anywhere. That definitely makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, you can save before a boss, but you don't even need to, because the if you lose at a battle, you could just like start the battle over
Right. It's so
and try
easy.
again until you win.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack on this game is
Pretty
really good.
Yeah.
There's nothing easy about that. It goes hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's listen for some let's listen for some songs that go hard in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. So here's a character who has, you know, like you see a character, you know, when you're a kid or when you're younger, and then later on you get older and it really resonates with you more.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, oh shit, I feel such, like there's such pathos here. I really feel this character. So I feel that way about the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast when she when Belle first gets there and she's like, so nice to have you in the castle. Let's get you ready for dinner now. Let's see what I got in my drawers. And she opens up her drawers and fucking moths fly out and she closes it back up again, just like so embarrassed.
And you find you relate to her, or there's something endearing about that.
Oh my god, that's devastating. Fuck, man.
Yeah, they've just been sitting there not being alive for like probably decades.
And then like this hot young woman comes and they're gonna be like bunking together. They're gonna be like cool roommates together. And she's like, oh, you're gonna love it here. It's really fun and the master's really nice. Do you want to be friends? I've got so much clothes. You want to borrow my clothes? It's great here, you know, we don't get out much, but we do a lot of fun stuff here. And like, you know, our palace is cool, right? Like, this is a cool place. And, you know, like, check it out. You know, don't just write it all off. Yeah, you're gonna love it. You and me, what size are you? I bet we're the same size. And then that dumb fucking bitch goes ahead and opens the doors and shows us how fucking old she is. And then closes that door back up again immediately. Fuck! I feel you. So every villain in Final Fantasy, oh shit, I'm dead. Every villain in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest shows you when they're almost dead. It just gives you full HP.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also a simplified magic system that doesn't have, there's no MP. You just have uses for every spell.
I keep going to the wrong thing for the menu screen. How do you get to the menu screen without saving?
It's just the same as every other Final Fantasy, isn't it? It's like the X button.
That takes you to the save.
Oh, do you try hitting start?
That's stupid. Oh, the controls are kind of stressing me out a little bit. I should just put this on turbo, right? Yeah. Sheesh. Oscar's not built for this.
Yeah, but we're at the end of this stage.
Yeah. Uh-oh. she doesn't have poison. Inconsistent.
Yeah, that was a little confusing when, well, actually, if this was our first Final Fantasy game, did we even know what poison was as like a status element?
Maybe not. Maybe not. We had to be introduced to it. All right, so this is definitely an example of a song that goes hard, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think the regular battle theme does too. But like, this is just like, this is like the, man, how many different, I guess there's no like difference between the mini boss and major boss battle themes, because this one's a mini boss. But there is the like regular battle theme and then the final boss, which is also amazing. We're not going to get to it today, but
No. It like saves your last action as if you're gonna want to do it again.
yeah.
Pretty good that he's almost dead. He's getting more nude. Gotcha.
So I think the next Final Fantasy game we played was Final Fantasy 1.
Oh my
Or
god.
it might have been Final Fantasy 3. I can't remember.
I think it was 3. Alright. So I got her fucking axe. Right.
But I remember playing Final Fantasy 1 after this, and that game is so hard. This game is so
Oh my
easy,
God,
and that
I
game
know.
is so hard.
I know, that game is like impossibly hard.
Yeah,
I've never
there's
beat it.
yeah, there's random battles everywhere, every 2 steps. This game has 0 random battles. Although you also can't really run from these enemies if they're blocking you. You have to defeat them.
Right. But they're easy.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally can't die. They'll give you another chance if you do.
Yep. Do you think I'm gonna accidentally run into some of these guys? It's like, oh, careful.
Yeah, well, I can't remember if this game wants you to grind.
I think you do have to grind a little.
Yeah.
I don't want to heal. He just like immediately knows magic, which is never the case with a warrior character. It always takes a long time, or at least it doesn't happen at the very beginning that you.
But you really never play any Final Fantasy games where there's only one party member.
No, it's true.
So you'd really be fucked if you didn't have some spells.
Right. Oh my god. The menu screen thing is quite irritating. Meow. That's me. Meow. As I die. As I lay dying in Focus Tower. The axe misses more than the sword. I'm ready for a little breaky break. You wanna play?
Sure.
Very irritating. Occasionally. Frustrating.
So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about cheaters like Billy Mitchell.
I definitely want to hear about cheaters.
So like, there's this guy named Billy Mitchell who is like this. He's like this hot sauce guy. He like sells hot sauce. That's what he does.
He's a food retailer.
Sure. And he like he's best known for being the #1 Donkey Kong player. But not anymore. As of like a couple years ago, I know it was during the pandemic because he was like trying to sue someone, and it like the it was like through Zoom because it was like
right,
social
right.
distance.
He tried to sue someone through Zoom during the pandemic.
Hey, let me just.
I mean,
through
Billy
all this.
Mitchell would definitely strike me as like a litigious person.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just-
like he would sue people for like smearing his or whatever.
Besmirching his good name.
Yes.
No, he was like one of those. All right, so we have a few different personality types, but something seems consistent is that cheaters are people who you wouldn't want to hang out with.
I guess not. Billy is a, despicable human being.
He's a very abrasive personality, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a jerk, right?
And the kind of person who you would think really can't afford to be a jerk. The people would just drop this guy. You know?
Yeah.
That like who would keep this guy in their life?
Well, the thing with Twin Galaxies, the like scoreboard for like not speedruns, but like high scores, was being financially supported by Billy. So
he was buying his position.
basically, yeah, like he still submitted high scores with video proof, but the proof was faked, and they just accepted it anyway, even though it was kind of
Like,
suspicious.
They didn't investigate it.
No, and it was, if you look at it now, anyone who knows their stuff will tell you that's on an emulator, which is not what he claims. He claims it was on a real arcade, but you can see plainly that it's emulator from the like way the game loads.
Right. And the record holder, for the record that he claims to be setting, needs to be playing on the case, right?
Yeah, it's got to be like the official board. You have the other guy, Steve Wiebe, is like shows like a like he did a video of himself playing on his machine at home, which actually like shows him playing, but Billy's video was just a really shitty like VCR recording of it.
Right. He didn't even try to make it look that good.
Yeah. So he was eventually exposed for being a cheater, and now all of his scores are nothing. They're worthless.
Right. So how did it finally come out?
I'm not sure. I guess so. Like in the movie King of Kong, you can see how suspicious he is, but that was a long time ago. They made that movie, and this just happened that his scores were invalidated. So for many years, he was acting very strange, but nobody had actually officially called out his faked scores.
Right. Okay, so I want to know how they found it out. Does anybody in the chat know anything about this?
Well, like I was saying, you can tell if you know what you're looking at. You can tell and say, "Wait a minute, that should be loading differently. That's not on real arcade board. That's an emulator." So like, maybe 15 years ago when that movie was made, it was a little harder to like have someone in the audience just easily catching that thing, that one frame.
Right.
That nowadays
You
you
can
have people who just like,
crowdsource.
yeah, like people going frame by frame through every single run, and they'll be like, you know, this audio really doesn't match that audio, and like they'll look at the audio, like the waveform of the audio will be so obviously like cut right there.
Right, but maybe Billy's techniques were state of the art at the time, and not many people knew how to detect that.
I mean, it was very suspicious even back then that he would just submit videos and he would never play in front of everyone. Like,
Right.
you're supposed to play in front of people too.
Right.
Like that's what everyone else did.
Right. Well, yeah. Didn't Steve Wiebe, didn't he set a world record while his child was asking him to wipe her butt?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I do remember that about the movie. That like he played in his home. Like he recorded himself with his family like in the room with him or like in the next room over.
Yeah, and you cannot pause that game.
No.
And I guess if he could have paused it, then he probably it wouldn't have mattered because it's not a speed run. But yeah, he would have just died if he'd wiped his kid's butt.
Oh my God. Like, I want to watch that again, but I remember him being very patient with the child.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing and he's like, can't do it right now. Can't do it right now. And he's just like totally patient.
Yeah, and he's like at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Eventually, Donkey Kong just ends because it runs out of memory.
Right. There's a kill screen. Right. And he makes it to the kill screen while his kid is yelling in his
He's
face.
crying.
He's crying. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, very uncomfortable to watch,
Oh.
but you know, a part of history.
Oh man. Well, I mean, it tells a story, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And that's really what's so endearing about him is that he seems like a real person who's like
Yeah.
trying to like balance his real life with this hobby that he has.
Yeah.
And whereas, you know, this passion that he has. Whereas like Billy Mitchell seems like there's not really like even a real guy there. Like his whole persona is his personality. It's just like a fucking phony mover and shaker who just screws people over and cheats and just lies his way into whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Great documentary stuff. You know, the stuff of great documentaries.
Yeah.
I should watch it again.
Oh yeah, I've seen it twice, I think. It's really good. King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters.
Is that the full name? That's funny. I remember watching that one at the Angelica Theater in Manhattan, which was like a theater that like if you lived in New York City, I mean I'm sure it's still like this, unless they moved it or closed or whatever. But if you live in New York City, that's like one of the indie cinemas, and you'd go there and like the subway would go by while you were watching it, and like just the entire theater would shake.
Yeah.
You know, shitty movie theater experience, but you know, that's where I saw King of Kong.
I saw it on my computer at home. Like I watch everything.
I don't watch videos on my computer. I don't watch long videos on my computer.
Yeah.
You don't have to nowadays. You can just cast it to a TV. You like watching things on your computer?
Yeah, I don't mind.
I don't know. I just like, at the end of the day, I'm so fatigued from sitting at my computer.
Yeah.
I just want to be like, even here, I'm sitting up more than I would like to be at this hour of the night.
Well, you should see how I watch videos. I just like go back and watch the same part over and over again.
Really?
So like that's the sort of thing I like being at my desk at a computer to do. Yeah, like I become fixated on little things in a movie. It's just like I'd like to watch the scene 50 times.
Wow. Okay. I do that with music. I like one time I went on a trip and Mike and I were out for a run together, and like we had forgotten, like I think he had forgotten his headphones, and he was like, "Can I listen to like one of your can you like put one of your earbuds in and give me the other one?" And I was like, "Dude, no, the way I listen to music is deranged. Like you don't want to fucking hear what I listen to on a jog." And then I just like put on one album and I accepted that was how the run was gonna go. It was fine. But
Yeah.
if I'm like working out in the basement, I put that shit on private mode because like I don't want anybody to hear the deranged like behaviors and like choices that I make while I'm listening to music by myself.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it sounds like you watch videos that way.
I do. I watch the same part over and over and think like, man, that was great, and do it again.
Wow, I never ever do that. It's so rare that I watch something even a second time.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I was in my like junior year of high school, I was taking this filmmaking class. So I must have started then because I used to do that with my like Star Wars VHS. I would just watch scenes with stop motion over and over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did it when I was younger. I think my obsessions have taken a different shape in
Yeah.
my later years. I obsess over my own things more than I obsess over other people's things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I haven't gotten obsessed with somebody else's creation in a long time.
Yeah.
I used to all the time. I would just not be able to think about anything else. Yeah, I don't know. At some point I was just like, I'm gonna think that, but about exactly the thing that I want to make.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love this guy. I love his like fat ribs. He'd have like a big tummy over all that.
Ow.
No, I've never seen Indie Game the movie before. I remember.
Oh, shit.
I remember it. I feel like those. What year was that? That was like the 2000s, right?
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay. Maybe early 2010s.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh man. Come on, Tristan, you got this.
I think it has a life spell.
Yeah. The angel's like dip, dip. You're curious about what's playing on my Demented playlist? Well, okay. So usually whatever I'm working on, I like put music on my playlist that is going to make me think about my work. Just get my head going about the work that I'm doing. This is a completely separate experience from music discovery, which I do like. I do that at my desk like a couple times a week. When I'm working out in the morning, I'm listening to music that is going to help me come up with ideas for like my own work. And to do that, you have to get to like some sort of visceral component of what I'm working on, or at least remind me of it. And I just like listen to that over and over again. I listen to parts of that over and over again. And I like piece together what my ideas for the day are going, like what direction my ideas for the day are going to go, based on like the fucking like Frankenstein of music that I'm putting into my ears. I have to get like pumped, not just to, exercise, but to focus on my ideas for the day. So sometimes I listen to the same song like many times. Sometimes I listen to like the beginning of like 30 different songs. Not that many, but a lot. And I have playlists that, are kind of about the thing that I'm working on right now. I'll listen to those until I'm absolutely sick of them and I can't mine anything else out of them. And then I reluctantly move on to other songs that I can still mine things out of. But I'm listening with the purpose of assembling my own ideas. The song gives me the feeling that I need to do that. Puts me in a state. Sometimes I listen to songs that kind of sound like I want to, I want to hand them to the composer that I work with my composer. He doesn't. He's not my possession. I want to hand off music to him and be like, this is what I'm thinking about. So like, you don't have to write. You don't have to make a sound alike of this song, and he doesn't. Normally he really pulls what's essential about it, and that's when we like really agree on what he's created, and when it's just like, you know, it works out great is when he hears what I hear in that song. I'm just like, you see what it is about this song? And he's like, yeah, I got you, I know. And so I listen to a lot of songs like that I think I'm going to be able to show him what I'm thinking, which is really fun. It's fun to have somebody make songs for me. You write your own music, right? You do your own compositions?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes Chris does music for my videos.
And when you do your own music, where does your influence come from?
My musical influences? I mean, I don't know. Like, what kind of music am I making in this scenario?
Like music for a cartoon?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the cartoon.
Or a video game?
God, like, I don't know, like, the like influences.
No, you don't think about this.
I mean, like, I'm thinking about the music I did for Dweebus, the video game, and I'm not really sure what inspired it exactly. It's other video games, but like, I don't know specifically what. It's like, I don't know, music from kids shows maybe, or just like something that sounds stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, sure.
that music is just like, you're on an adventure, do.
Yeah, you're on an adventure and you're so insignificant you basically don't exist. And yeah, no, I mean it's a great tune. What about like, all right, how do you assemble your ideas if not like the process I've just outlined where I'm just like sitting there listening to music and assembling my ideas? How do they what sort of meditative, what sort of stimming activity do you do to like assemble your ideas?
Oh, well, I don't know. They just like come to me, and if I don't, you know, draw them, then I forget them. So like for my last cartoon, Springtime for Victor, I had a lot more visual, like mental ideas than anything. Like, I didn't even know what the story was, but I already just like started animating it because some things were visually really clear.
Sure. Like, yeah, I mean the story, people care way too much about that. Wouldn't you say?
I guess so. The story isn't the most important thing compared to like the way you tell it, the execution of it. Because like, let's face it, there's only a few plots, right?
Yeah, and yeah, if you're gonna overemphasize that, you're not gonna be able to say anything unique. But you can say a lot of unique things outside of the story.
Yeah.
Or as, you know, as texture to the story. Yeah. A story always forms out of what I see aesthetically that sounds right to me. That seems right to me. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it comes together in my mind, and I don't ask myself, but what's the story here? I ask myself, but what moves this? Does this story move? And if it does, then what else do you need? People are going to be hooked, right? Like you want to get people on board, and then you want them to follow your lead. And
Right.
You don't need to do that with a plot. A plot is useful for explaining to people why they should check it out to begin with, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But because like nobody can ever describe the kind of story I like very well. They'll say, you know, it's like really, it's really like heartfelt and you should just check it out. Don't listen to me, just check it out. You know, like that's how it's always fucking described.
Yeah.
Whereas like, you know, when you have an actual story, you can tell people where the characters go and what they're doing and, you know, all this other stuff. Whereas like, you know, the sort of games I make are I think often called walking simulators. Like if you're, you know, if you're not performing the basic actions of, I don't know, destruction or running, then all you can do is walk.
Uh-huh.
You're watching a very long ad that's trying to convince you that multiverses are exciting and interesting. No, they're not fucking interesting. Reality is interesting. What's really happening is interesting. And how those characters deal with that reality. If you change the reality, then nothing the characters did matters at all. None of the ways the characters changed matters at all. The way they lived is just one of a million infinite ways they could live, which means, you know, it's an undeveloped story, basically. You didn't pick a story. Oh, you used 2 or 3 of the stories that you would come up with before you picked a good one. Instead, you just used all of them, right? Cool. Glad you did that. What a fun little experiment for you. I'm gonna go over here to this person who settled on a good story. One story. Multiverses.
Yeah, like what if the stakes just didn't exist? Is that what it's saying? That like,
Yeah.
oh, we could just travel to a multiverse where Batman's parents didn't die? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, there's no stakes. No stakes. Full power fantasy. A life without stakes. But what power does that give you? Power proportionate to what? There's infinite worlds.
Yeah, it's like infinite worlds that don't matter anymore.
Yeah, they don't fucking matter. They're not the real one, because then none of them is the real one. Although in sci-fi stories with time travel and multi-universes, we feel like we're watching the real one, right? Like Rick and Morty is the real one, right? Like
The real one?
Right, because there's like 500 billion other Ricks and Mortys in
Right.
the universe, but we're watching the real one.
I guess we're just watching one of them, aren't we?
Right, we're just
We
watching.
don't know if there's a real one.
No. Well, no, there wouldn't be, would there? But I feel like the show wanted us to believe that. I haven't watched Rick and Morty in a long time. There was
Yeah.
like a summer where everyone got really embarrassed that they liked Rick and Morty, and that was it. Right? Right? The summer of the chicken nugget thing that like a bunch of people like a bunch of people watched Rick and Morty and got brain poisoned in this way where like I remember, you know, at least a year of being like, holy shit, Rick and Morty rules. And then there was like a summer where a bunch of people decided that they were like basically had like a master's degree because they watched Rick and Morty. And either they did that or like enough people made up that character that it seemed like they did. That like people watched Rick and Morty just to be smart, right? And then all of those smarty pants heard that there would be some chicken nuggets at McDonald's, and then they filmed themselves going to McDonald's yelling at the people who worked there about how they wanted their chicken nugget Mulan sauce.
Yeah.
And after that, nobody admitted to liking Rick and Morty except like a teenager who buys weed shirts at the boardwalk. Is that accurate? I feel like that's the.
I think there was a time before it was this massively popular thing. So like, you know, when you started seeing people wearing T-shirts, that's when you know it's gotten to that point. It's too popular to like think there's anything cool about you liking it. But then there's still like you're on the outside looking at all these dorks, or you know how you perceive them as dorks, saying that they love this show and that makes them smart or something. And it's like, oh God, was that me? Like,
Right. Did the show trick me into thinking I was smart and that was the reason I liked it? Like, I would really fucking hate if that was the case. So I'm not going to go back and find out. I suspect that it would be somewhere in the middle where, like, I'd go back and watch it and I'd be like, oh yeah, this show was like really obsessed with its own cleverness, but also like this was pretty good. Like, you know, there would be some good episodes. Like, I'm sure, well, the thing is, like, you know, watching Pickle Rick when it was new was such a surprise. I don't know if that if you got to enjoy that before it became, you know, the big annoying thing that it became.
nah.
I was so surprised by Pickle Rick
Yeah.
that I loved it. I really did love it. And it was like just a couple months later that Rick and Morty was over.
Yeah, well, because then you have all the people on the outside who never watched the show but are now convinced that it's not as good as people say. That
Right.
So they made up another person who just thinks Pickle Rick is like the funniest thing they've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. And this person is also the stupidest person on earth who's at McDonald's yelling at people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sure there were a bunch of dorks who went to McDonald's and yelled at people. But like, most of the people enjoying Rick and Morty were not leaving their house for this show. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? But yeah, then Justin Roiland, he was, he committed domestic battery and he committed this Szechuan sauce meme. I have no idea what he had to do with that, you know? Like, look, you can't blame people for creating a meme.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's like they made a joke on the show, which was really just meant to be a line on the show.
Yeah.
They weren't actually petitioning McDonald's to bring back that fucking sauce.
No.
But Rick was. So people were like, yeah, Rick's right.
Rick's right. An insane alcoholic mad scientist that we think is cool. A fictional, by the way, not real at all. He's cool. Well, look, wouldn't be the first time someone thought a fictional character was cool. Like, remember when everyone thought Peter Griffin was cool?
Did they?
Yeah. They thought Peter was pretty fucking cool. They thought Stewie was cool. They thought South Park was cool.
Yeah.
They thought Beavis and Butthead was cool.
Well, they didn't think Beavis or Butthead were cool, did they?
Yeah, no, they did. Kids thought Beavis and Butthead were cool. Definitely.
Oh my God, there's so many enemies right here.
Right. South Park kind of had... It took longer for South Park. Rick and Morty is hyper accelerated. But South Park took about 10 years, right? Before people were like, "Ugh, all these fucking South Park libertarians are so fucking annoying," right? Right before that, you were like, man, South Park like throws them out of left field all the time. You know?
Yeah, like...
And then at some point, people were like, God, the kind of person who gets their politics from South Park is so fucking annoying.
Yeah, you could smell them. That like you took that fucking South Park thing too seriously, didn't you?
Yeah, where you're just like everybody's crazy from both sides. It's like these people are crazy and these people are crazy, and I like to skewer them both the same from both sides. Anybody who believes in anything too much is just so stupid and crazy.
Yeah, you believe in climate change? Wow, you're so crazy and stupid.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah, like what? Yeah, anything you care about even a little bit, you are you know, you are taking the equal radical position of the people on the opposite side. Yeah, and then like too many people were like that, and that was annoying. And then like people did this with the Daily Show too. Like they're still munching on the corpse of the Daily Show. like aren't there still like all of those news shows that are like comedy news shows?
I have no idea.
There's a few of them still going on, right? There's still Samantha Bee. I don't know if she's still doing it, but and John Oliver.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's John Oliver's show.
Yeah, the Radical Center, yes. Right. Yeah, no, I mean, all of these political comedies really wear out their welcome. And whether they started out political or not, they become a political, like a nexus for annoying political ideas.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, like South Park was once like, man, South Park killed it. They were so funny last night. And now, you know, then later it was just like, South Park makes some good points. It's like, shut up. That's not the reason I watch this show.
They're not a pundit who comments on well, they are.
They are, but
Yeah.
they shouldn't be. That's
No.
not why we're watching.
No. We want to see them vomit and poop at the same time, and to like, you know, comment on like cultural moments, but not necessarily. Well, I mean, I guess that's the problem, isn't it? That like politics became like a cultural thing, like a culture, the culture war of like, you know, Coke versus Pepsi is also how people engage with politics.
Yeah.
So South Park is going to talk about like, you know, people who hate this video game are stupid, and people who hate this video game are stupid, the same way they're going to talk about like people of different political affiliations.
Yeah.
Stupid. Stupid and embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, South Park should not be teaching people. Nobody should be getting their like history lessons or whatever from South Park.
no, but I think like ultimately there is an endless there is just like an endless queue of people, like they're being born every day, who are looking for a comedy show to give them their politics. Right?
I guess.
They find one and then they stick to that until it becomes embarrassing, and then they move on to the next one. I mean, you know, looking for anything to give you your politics, whatever it might be. The newspaper you read, or the music you listen to, or
But there's something about like a cartoon that mocks everyone. That's like, well, that's where I get my politics, because it's like that somehow makes you above everyone else.
Right. You literally don't do anything. You literally don't do anything except like, you know, go about your own life and just care about your own life, and you mold your politics around that. Like, this person's annoying for caring too much about this, and this person's annoying for caring too much about this. Can we
Yeah.
all just like barely care? Can we all just like not really care at all? And you know, can everything work out great for me?
And no, because South Park has been like, you know, they've gotten really bad. They've been censored. They've, you know, they're still making it. So I guess having to still make it is a bad thing.
Right? Yeah, having to still make it is a bad thing. I'm sure they fucking hate working on it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, to work on something this long, there's no way you're getting out of bed every day happy to be working on South Park.
Yeah, well, I wonder sometimes if they're actually like, if they actually really even understand the jokes in the lines that they're speaking anymore. Because, like, I don't know, do they just like show up and do the voices now?
It is a little incoherent, I've noticed. I watched not for a while now. I probably watched like 4 or 5 years ago when the first Trump election was going on.
Yeah.
How fucking long ago? That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while. And I could not fucking stand to watch the show after that.
No.
But it seemed kind of incoherent. I was like, what? Like once in a while there was like some, like grain of an idea there, but then a lot of the time it was just like, I don't know if you guys even like really understand what's funny about this, and you're like waiting for it to like form on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's a lot of repeating the same joke in later South Park. Like maybe if we say it this time, it'll be funny.
Right. Because they used to have a lot of success with that, but it needed to be fresh and funny in some way. And like they've manipulated their voices in every possible way to make a funny sound at this point. Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna make us laugh with a new voice anymore,
Yeah.
or a new impression or anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, their impressions are always bad, so like that, that wasn't even, they didn't even strive for that.
Right.
Holy shit, but like what is with the art style now?
Well, what about it?
It's just like realistic and ugly. It's horrible.
Like when they draw a celebrity, they do like a good drawing of the celebrity.
Yeah, like the humans are real looking. The backgrounds are real looking.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like there's no style to it at all. It looks almost like every other animated show.
Really?
Yeah. We should look at like a comparison image.
All right.
I remember thinking it was really funny in one episode because like it was really unexpected to have like a funny like dramatic looking like perspective drawing of like the outside of a police precinct.
Okay.
It's like a dramatic, like a fake dramatic like cop drama episode.
Okay.
But then like I noticed that like pretty much every background looks like that now.
Really?
It's not a joke.
They just do real backgrounds now?
They don't look anything like the like really crappy like construction paper backgrounds they used to do.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Are you looking at it?
Sort of. Streaming Wars, I don't know how recent that is. That was like a special.
I'm talking about like the last 10 years though.
Okay.
Or more, maybe like the last 15 years. I haven't been paying that close attention.
Yeah, me neither. Oh yeah, I kind of see what you mean, yeah. Very elaborately drawn backgrounds. They don't have outlines, but they don't look like like shitty construction paper anymore.
Yeah, there's nothing like charming about them. They just look like your average like TV show, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They look like The Simpsons. The Simpsons also has a terrible modern style for the backgrounds.
Oh yeah, I mean I've not watched The Simpsons in a dog's age.
Yeah, well, what I'm referring to is 15 years ago. Like, The Simpsons movie is what I'm, like, referring to. The way that movie was just like...
Oh, yeah, I hated that. Yeah,
it's just, like, everything's really clean looking. Everything's, like, expensive looking.
Yeah.
That wasn't what any of these shows were about.
No. Well, I mean, if you make a movie out of a TV show, you want it to look better.
Yeah, that's true. But the show looks almost exactly the same.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it just looks clean. Yeah, I mean, nothing can be this good for this long. Nothing can be good for 20 fucking years. I mean, it can, but you pretty much have to clean house on everybody and have a completely different vision for it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm already bored with this before it's come out of my mouth. I feel like I need a change. I don't want to talk about how South Park and The Simpsons suck.
Oh, yeah, let's get off of this.
There lies death. That's a dead end. I want to talk about life in the future.
Yeah.
I don't want to be just barely hanging onto the ledge, being sucked into the cavernous past, the abyss of the past.
Yeah. Well, I always think about how a show like SpongeBob is just like beaten to death, and it's so bad now. And they always just want to make that, but like, what about the conditions that existed when SpongeBob was made? Like, why is nobody striving to get back to that, but they're striving to like regurgitate SpongeBob forever?
I mean, there are simply no risks being taken.
Well,
I don't know.
we can think of the future though.
Yeah.
They don't have to.
No, it's just not. Yeah, it's just not a good time to be. It's just not a good time to be working in that medium at all.
Well, yeah, we have to move on. Like you talk all the time about how games are like an inspiring medium to you. You know, like
Yes.
you've been saying for a while that like movies are on their way out. I'm
It
about
feels
to die.
it feels that way. You know, people are still making excellent movies, but the age of you give up? No. The age of new and invigorating things in film has by and large come to a close.
Yeah.
We just can't make these forever. It is such an incredible concentration of resources to make movies.
Yeah.
And it's just so even now with digital tools, it's still very, very, very cost prohibitive to make a movie.
Yeah.
And who's gonna give you that money?
Well, nobody knows how to make them, so no one should give anyone the money.
Oh, you mean like how the craft of filmmaking has not been passed to the current generation?
Well, it feels like no one who makes movies really wants to be making movies, right? They wish they could be doing something else while they're making a movie.
Really? I think a lot of people making movies really want to make movies.
Maybe. But like, it doesn't seem like people really make them like how they used to. Like, doesn't feel like they're trying to apply other formulas to it.
Well, they're trying to make movies like their favorite movies. They're not trying to make movies like the coolest things that they've ever experienced or read or saw in the form of, in some other form. They don't actually have a vision to bring to the screen. They want to make movies like the movies that they've ever seen. Their only influence is movies.
And you mean that like we're not really pushing past that, we're not evolving, we're just recycling ideas and concepts and like
everyone's everyone's like to a lesser extent like Quentin Tarantino, just fucking making his favorite movies that he ever saw.
Yeah.
And being so flattered by the opportunity to make movies. That's like, I don't know. I feel like that's how I would describe. Not all, but many of the people who work in movies.
Yeah. That they're just fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad. Like, yeah, like you definitely see so many things that are just adaptations of like a comic book or a video game. It's like, the people working on it, we're so honored to be allowed to work on it.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I mean, like, it's your movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but, the being allowed to do it implies that like you're only allowed to do it a very specific way.
Yes. So it's not even that cool.
Well, yeah,
You're restricted.
yeah, but for you that's fine because you didn't have a fucking idea in your head to begin with. You're just a kiss up. It's okay. They know this. Like it keeps them awake at night. Just hitting a turtle with your arrows. I love that I was playing this game for like 15 minutes and being like, yeah, this is like the easy Final Fantasy for babies. And I'm like, can you play? This is hard.
Yeah, well, any RPG could be a little bit more difficult if you just don't do any grinding.
Yeah.
Although, you know, this is only a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Let's hear a little of that song. That shit rules, man.
I know, right? No, but yeah, like, it seems like the film industry is more interested in making television, right?
Right, because TV is a little more like cinematic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all checking out the TV scene. Well, now they're not doing shit.
No. Because as of this recording, Hollywood is still on strike.
Yeah. Ah. Now it's all just you and your bare hands now.
And thunder.
Right.
All right. Shoot him.
Hit 2 times. Cool. I got the squidite. Nice. It's the exact thing she said it would be. That's how you know this is an easy RPG.
So what is the hardest Final Fantasy?
Probably 1, right?
It's pretty bad, yeah. I mean, I actually think it's a pretty good game, but yeah, in hardness, it's pretty hard.
Should we play it sometime?
Yeah. I mean, there's very little plot in that game, too.
Yeah, we've got it. We can load it up. Maybe not tonight.
I mean, we could do it right fucking now.
Let's do it now. All right. Yes, no, of course we're not affiliated with the Hollywood Fat Cats. You think someone's paying us for this? Well, other than Twitch, apparently, ever since we went to affiliate status, which I need someone to explain to me how I can get the commercials off. I'm sorry about the commercials. I don't want them to be viewed by you. And so far, we've made $13 from you getting the fucking middle finger every time you turn this thing on. I'm sorry for that. But for the sake of transparency, I will let you guys know that we made $13. But we didn't make it from, who was it? Oh, the Hollywood Fat Cats, right? The hard mode of the 3D remake of Final Fantasy IV is really, really hard. I mean, Final Fantasy IV, if you're talking about like 2 US, I don't know what else it could be. That one is surprisingly hard compared to 5 and 6. But no harder. It's fine. You gotta grind once in a while. But I've only played the original. You don't mind the commercials because you're not gonna watch or buy any of their stuff. I know, that's very nice, but I don't want to show them. Oh yeah, it's coming to life. It's getting there. Joe's giving it a little bit of a cleaning. Hell yeah.
Can that reach? Do you want me to play?
Yeah, you can play it.
Okay.
I think we'll take it till like just like 11-ish, so like 20 more minutes or so, I think, and then we'll start to round it out for the night.
All right, let's hurry this up.
Yes. Yeah, we don't have time. But yeah, we need a black mage.
Of course.
Classic. Oh man, this looks good. You can tweak the amount of ads per hour, and if it's above a certain amount, it won't slap viewers the moment they open the stream. Right, so then we'd have to show them ads frequently so that they wouldn't get an ad at the beginning. What's the E?
It means equipped.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't remember who can take what, but I think the mages should get hammers.
Right, they don't tell you. You just have to know.
No, when we played this game as kids, we had a thing that told us.
Right. Like a
So-
Nintendo Power Guide.
Yeah, some guide. So, no. Yeah, that's not what we need. They might all be able to equip rapier. I'm not sure. Oh wait, I could do that without buying new ones. I could just trade.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I think they can all take it. No, not him.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see what I can get for him. Probably this thing. Who had the other iron? Here it is.
Yeah, we're still up for a bit longer. We're gonna wrap it up soon. You heard that Final Fantasy 1 was programmed by one guy. What do we think?
I mean, yeah, I believe it.
I love the music.
Okay. Red Mage can equip that, but Black Mage cannot.
You know, I would hear this music. I didn't play this game much, but our brother played it for a long time, trying to beat
Yeah.
it. And I would just hear these songs nonstop exactly this way.
Yes, because when you buy potions from the store in this game, you have to buy them one at a time.
Oh my god, that's
It's
insane.
so awful.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you. Because we need 1 million of them to survive whatever we're about to do.
Right, you don't have a healer.
Oh yeah, no, we do. We have the Red Mage.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still gonna, buy as many of these. Oh, I actually don't have that much money, so only 2 of them. But yeah, like that's what Artie was doing. He was just buying heal potions.
Yeah.
Forever.
Right. All right, battle time. Let's do it. Oh. This is just so great.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to equip everyone.
Oopsie. Yeah, you'll get him.
Ineffective. Yeah, this game's tough, but I still loved it. It's like, I don't know, it's still a good RPG, I think.
Well, so much of it seems to come down to like technical limitations. You know, like they couldn't make it so that you could buy more than one potion.
Yeah.
Even in Final Fantasy IV, the choices you get are you buy one potion at a time or you buy 10 at a time. You don't get to like move up and down between one potion and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
That's not until Final Fantasy 6. So they figured some shit out between then and then.
Yeah. They fix one thing every Final Fantasy game.
Right. The way they walk is just so precious. Oh my god. Pogo Fury just posted Hallam and Param, the little boy and girl from Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah.
Have you played that game? Oh my god, that broke my heart. I played that very recently.
Oh, wait. What broke your heart?
There's a scene where you're fighting with these 2 magical children, twin magical kids.
Uh-huh.
And your foe is you finish the battle, and then there's a cutscene where he's like making the walls cave in on you, and this little boy and girl turn themselves into stone and like push up against the wall and freeze that way.
Oh.
And you say goodbye to them that way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, and the old man cries for them. You know, it's so unfair that the children died. They don't die. They do come back later in the game. But,
Yeah.
But it's such a sacrifice. You know, horrible.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're just fighting. You're fighting Garland already.
Yeah.
How did you get to Garland already?
He was right up there.
Oh yeah. All right.
Wow. No healed.
No.
Oh yeah, also going to the inn does not revive your dead party member.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you
that's
have
so
to go
fucking hard.
here.
It's so hard.
Yeah, the only way to save in this game is by going to the inn.
To save the game?
Yeah. Oh, this.
Oh yeah.
Hold your set while you turn power off.
So did that ever help to save your game to do that?
We never did that because we had the top loader.
Oh.
So it didn't have that glitch.
Oh, I see.
So I think if we want to save our game, we have to do
You
that.
should do it. I've been doing it. I've been playing Dragon Warrior and I've been doing
Oh,
it.
okay. Wow. Oh wait, no, it's the B guy. Oh wait, no, this is white magic. So, which is the mage? This guy.
Pelham and Perm bookends. That'd be so cute.
What was that?
Oh, just someone talking about wanting Pelham and Perm bookends. That'd be really cute. That sounds like a good 3D printer buy. Like you could get that at one of those game festivals. Some guy who 3D printed it, and it would cost like $75. And it would probably say like FF4 on it or something. This song goes.
It's good, although I have to admit, it's the only battle theme this whole game. So it does feel inappropriate for some of the boss fights.
Right. Oh, so there's no boss theme?
No.
Right.
No, even the final battle is this theme.
Yeah, they didn't know. They just didn't know. Well, Dragon Warrior has a different song for the final boss.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
No.
All right. I think this is it. Tell me if I'm wrong. The chat. It goes bum 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 ba da 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 da.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Driving. Oh, the intro. This song makes me cry when I hear it at the end of a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Is that him?
I guess that's him.
All right. Yeah, Amano helped design the characters. But, like, there's one guy programming this game?
Sure, I mean, I believe it.
So fucking cool. This janky-ass game that, like, started everything.
Yeah. But you would always want this janky ass game versus whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever the fuck else anybody was making. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is so much better than Ultima.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this has real art in it. Look at this.
Yes, this is so cool. I love the specific font used for the commands.
Yeah.
If PT were to have bookends, which scene would it be from? Think about it for a second. It would be like, no. Yeah, this looks so cool. Yeah, they could have splurged on a boss music. It would be like Mara and Lily lying back to back while they're high. Like you one and the other, looking up at the sky.
Did I come from this way or am I going this way?
Yeah, I think you're going this way, but you know, who can say? Yeah, cool fucking designs.
Oh yeah, I have no way of reviving my guys, so they're dead for good.
Like, you can imagine the beautiful spindly little drawings Amano did of these characters who are then just turned into like 5 pixels.
Yeah, there's if you go online, you can find like the actual drawings that they turned into these sprites.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And yeah, like with every Final Fantasy monster, it always looks nothing like the drawing.
Right, but the drawings are like an important component of the game nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're great designs. It's just hard to tell exactly what they're supposed to be as a sprite.
Yes. Yeah, I remember just hearing the repetition of those sounds over and over.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Love that.
Ooh. I don't have any antidotes, do I? But yeah, like, I would rather play this than a remake of the game that, like, fixes everything about it.
No, because this is fascinating. Oh man, that's the sound of you screaming from poison.
I guess.
You're just going to scream until you die.
this is all nothing. Oh, wait. Maybe that's what I need. Oh my god. He has 1 health.
Oh,
There's no
man.
point.
Will he die or will he just keep getting poisoned?
Okay. Maybe now?
Now he's dead, right?
No, now he's alive. Wow, these treasure boxes are just like
They don't
the
even have-
same sprite.
Yeah. Look, they were doing the best they could.
Push B select.
Oh man, my eyes are getting heavy.
Yeah, it's almost time to call this.
Yeah, yeah. So where can you save it? At an inn?
Oh, I don't have to save it.
Oh man, Mad Pony. Beautiful. I like that when you name all your guys, they're just screaming every time they get hit. Yeah, like look at those unique little fonts they use for the fight magic item.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just like very slight, like a slightly smaller font.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they can fit everything so beautifully.
Grim. Alright, maybe now I'm out of... No, I'm just all the way back here. Alright, I think that's it.
I think that's it. Do we want to call it on that?
Yeah, unless you wanted to play one more thing.
One real quick one to burn off the end of the night?
Yeah, sure.
What should we do? Take a look. We do Battletoads. I have not tested it yet. Actually, I think Mike played it the other day. I think we'll be okay. All right, we'll play a little Battletoads and then we'll call it a night. No, we are going to die so fast. What's the name of the bad guy in this game? She's a hot lady.
I think she's just called the Queen.
The queen? The evil queen.
Where's the second controller?
Oh, the other Nintendo? It's that black one. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, amazing soundtrack.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Well, you know, you remembered it, so there's something.
It's true. Nice. Ah, rare.
Yes.
Yeah, cool intro. Nice. Hell yeah. This is like an arcade game. Oh yeah. You can't be Pimple in this game.
No. It's, I think, yeah, it's explaining that Pimple got kidnapped.
Yeah, okay. It's just out cruising with Princess Angelica. No reason.
Yeah, it's just the Dark Queen.
Yeah. This has a bit of a Star Fox feel to it.
Yeah.
I got a craving for action. Oh man. Oh, this is so great. Fancy your chances. Cool. Oh, only got one guy.
I think you might be able to hit start. No?
No. Oh, maybe the extender's not working. Second player might need to start it. Yeah, might need to start it, yeah. So which one is player 2?
Oh, I didn't switch them. I just put it back in.
Okay.
You're player 2.
I'm player 2. I'm not getting any reaction at all.
Oh, well, we can't skip this, I guess.
Yeah, you can. You should be able to skip this.
It's not working on mine.
No. Wait, no. Oh yeah, you're doing that.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll work if both controllers are detected.
No, it doesn't detect. All right, well, we're running out of time here, so maybe we'll just, why don't you play?
Oh, all right.
I mean, I could play, I guess, but it won't last very long. He's punching a robot.
Yeah, here's another one of those games that's kind of feels like you're playing a cartoon.
Yes, definitely.
Very expressive sprites.
Yeah. This has a bit of a River City Ransom feel to it.
Yeah.
Wow, Rare was already doing context-sensitive actions.
Oh yeah.
The flies.
It's hard not to with game system with only 2 buttons.
Right.
No.
Jesus. Oh, these fucking pigs.
So what's Rare's hardest game? Is it this or like one of the Donkey Kong games?
This is a hard one.
Donkey Kong 64 is also really awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some just like ridiculously hard missions, like a stupid bug you have to race, and it's really unfair.
Oh,
And
man.
a version of the original Donkey Kong that's like really difficult, and you only get 1 life. But then there's this game.
This is so hard. This game's hard to beat with Game Genie.
Yeah. Yeah, level 2 is already kind of
Yeah.
like the gameplay is already different. You have to go down this thing. And that doesn't stop. It just keeps on changing.
Oh my god. Jesus. You're like knocking its beak off?
I guess.
Pretty
It's got a
fucked up.
long beak.
Yeah.
Just using its beak as a weapon. What is that?
A robot. It's like a Wally type robot. You're just killing Wally.
This is so much worse with 2 players because you can hit each other, right?
Yes, it's true. Right, you can turn into like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far we're gonna get, but yeah, like the next level is like riding bikes through hell.
Yeah.
And then there's another level that's like riding a plane through hell. And there's another level that's like escaping a giant rolling thing. And there's a level that's like riding a weird zippy thing.
All of that.
Yeah,
You
fuck
have-
all that.
You have to climb that impossible tower at the end.
There's like, yeah, there's an impossible tower is the final stage. There's a stage where you have to ride snakes, which is also really hard.
Oh, right.
There's a level that's all ice and like evil snowman. That one's bullshit. Every level sucks, especially the Inferno. That one's one of the harder ones. But
Damn.
probably the last one, probably one of the hardest because I don't think I've ever beaten it.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I've never beaten this game.
There's a surfing level too. Also
God.
bullshit.
I forgot that there's so many levels.
Yeah, there's a ton of levels in this. It keeps going. There are warps, but they're not gonna do you any good. They're gonna make it so you play this game for even less time.
Yep.
Like if you warp to level 7, you're just gonna like get frustrated and give up.
Oh my god. I'm struggling to keep my focus.
Yeah, don't worry. I have 1 life left.
Mm-hmm.
So this is almost a day.
It would be great to see a little bit of that motorcycle level or whatever, the go-karts or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I might be able to get up to that.
This feels like it's near the end.
There's more toasters. Oh wait, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, turbo tunnel.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. Just kicking these fucking dorks into the ground.
Yeah, I like how they make it really drawn out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's like a lot of games will do that now where it's like there's like a little mini cutscene where you execute someone and they die. It's just, you know, satisfying, I guess.
Absolutely.
You pound them into the ground and then you slowly kick them back out of it.
Yes, and they don't react at all.
No, why would they? There's not enough sprites for that. Ah. Where are those bikes?
Yeah, this is the difference between
Bye.
having my second cup of coffee in the afternoon and not. Oh yeah, here we go. Just gonna instantly die. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Nice.
All right, we're still going.
Oh. Well done.
All right, you want to call it?
Yeah, I think so. I think, man, I needed a little more sleep. I felt, kind of drowsy towards the end of the stream there.
Yeah.
I owe a more caffeinated version of myself to the nice people who are watching all of our shitty ads just to see a few hours of us play video games. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah,
and,
thanks for coming.
We'll see you on the next one.
Take care.
Bye.